This video will show you how to edit somebody else's H5P activity. When you first get the course, you have all these activities that were created by other teachers, and therefore you cannot edit them directly. In order to change anything in those activities, you have to download them to your content bank, edit them in the content bank, and then re-upload them to the course. And anytime in the future you want to make changes to activities, you're going to go into your content bank and you're going to edit the content there and again re-upload it to the activity in that course. So we're going to use this activity as an example. And the first thing I'm going to do is duplicate it so that I don't mess with the original. Okay. It's going to copy that title. So this is what we're going to work with. You want to make changes to this activity. Now you can click edit here and click edit settings, or alternatively, if you wanted to look at the activity first to see what you wanted to change, we open it up here. And right here, I can click edit settings. So any changes you want to make in this, you want to change the letters, the text, the audio, the images. So we're going to jump in. And here is the Moodle setting. And here is the actual H5P file, and that is what you're after. So if you click that, you have the option of deleting it or downloading it. We just want to download that. You can see it's downloading to my folder. So now we're done with that. So let's click cancel. The next thing I want to do is take that file and upload it to my content bank, because that's where I'm going to edit it. That's where I'm going to edit everything within the content bank. So you can find the content bank in your left navigation bar. If you have a different layout, it might be somewhere else, but it's always there. So click that. Here's my content bank. Yours will look different because you obviously will have different files in there. And as you can see, for the most part, these activities are authored by me, Chloe Collins. And in some cases, they're authored by others. So I would have to download those in order to edit them. So we're in the content bank, and we now want to edit that alphabet activity. So over here, you have a few options. And what you want to do is upload. So you can drag and drop, or use the traditional choose a file, which will take you through the paths on your computer. So I'm going to grab that activity and drop it in. Save changes. And there it is. First thing I want to do is rename it. You want to keep your content bank well organized. Don't use me as an example. So when I'm looking for this file, I don't want it to be called Course Presentation 184. I want it to be called Alphabet A to N. So it's really easy for me to find. So we're going to click on that blue gear icon and rename. Now this is a little buggy. If you try to highlight and make changes, oh, okay, it worked this time, but often it'll shut down. So we want to call this Alphabet A to N. And if you have multiple teachers, you might want to put your initials just so you know at a glance that that is your file, your creation. All right, it's been renamed. Now, what can you change here? Pretty much everything. So I'm going to click that edit button. I can change text. So the text creation tool is here. I could change images. You can move the text around. So I'm going to delete this image and delete that text. I want to move these letters down here and enlarge them. And I also want to change the audio for a different type of audio. So you can just explore these options on your own. You can click edit, or you can always just double click an item to open up the editing parameters. So here's my audio. I can change that source file by clicking here. I can also change what that audio button looks like. So minimalistic is the little round blue audio button. Full is what's going to give you this, a really large audio player. Now we usually use this when we have longer audio, when we want the students to be able to pause and play. Often in these course presentations, you have exercises. This is a drag and drop, and this one is listen and match the images. So it's another type of drag and drop. So if I want to edit one of these activities, I double click it and it opens up all the parameters for that drag and drop activity. If you want to learn how to make a drag and drop, there is a tutorial for that. So I can make those changes. If I wanted to add a slide, let's go to the end. I would add a new slide, and then I would choose from all these options here. There's more options here. I would add that activity, build it. When you're done, I'm going to click save. There we go. And there is the updated activity with the moved text, the extra slide at the end, which is blank. So you will notice that now that activity, of course, is in the content bank. It's not live in the course. So what you want to do next is upload that new file to the alphabet A to N activity. So to do that, we're going to go back into the course. And I just want to show you, before we go there, I just want to show you how this activity now appears in the content bank. So you could click content bank here, or you could click it here. So there is your activity, alphabet A to N. That is the most recent one that I just made at 10:20. So let's go back to our course. Here is the activity. We want to update that file with the new file that you are the author of with all of your changes. So very simply, you're going to click edit. And where that file appears, that's what we want to change. So click the file itself. And now you're going to delete that one. Now there's nothing. So if you hover over here, you'll see it says add. You want to add the file you just created. So by default for me, it drops on the content bank. When you open this window, it might go to your computer as default. Just make sure you click on the content bank on the left, see all that content load. And now we're looking for that activity that you just made. And it is this one here, alphabet ANCC, the most recent one I made at 10:17. You're going to click it. Here you want to make a copy of the file. And again, we want to change the name of that file so that it's easy to locate. And it was alphabet. And then just select this file. And there it is. So then I come down, I click save and return to course, or save and display, it'll show it right away. And here is the old one, here's the duplicate that I made with your new file. And when I open it, we should see all those changes there. So it's as simple as that to edit an existing activity. You would do the same for any activity you want to edit. So to recap, you click on the activity, you get that file, that H5P file that was added to the activity, you download it, you upload it to your content bank, you edit it in the content bank, and then you go back and you replace the existing file with the new one, following the instructions that we just laid out. So important to know, eventually your content bank will have lots of activities there. And let's say you replace that file that we just built, and 3 weeks from now, you want to make another small change to it. Every time you want to make a change to an activity, you're going to do that from the content bank. This is where you build and save stuff. So, for example, let's say I'm unhappy with this practice the alphabet A to N activity, and I would like to work on improving it. Well, I'm going to go to the content bank. I'm going to find that activity. It's right here. And I'm going to click edit. And I'm going to make changes to it. And I'm not ready to upload it and update the course yet. That's fine. I'll make my changes. I'll click save. I'll come back the next day. I'll open it again. I'll make more changes. I'll save it. I can keep working on it like that. And when I'm ready, I can upload that file to the activity. So everything that you work on and build is here in the content bank. And that's it.